Hello here to you, and welcome back to Let's Play Splatoon 3 Side Order. In the previous episode, we died on the second floor. Because I am so great at this game. And now we get to destroy the portals. This was a triumph. I'm making a note here. Huge success. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction. Put your science. We do what we must because we can. For the good of all of us, except the ones who are dead, there's a crap ton more than I thought there would be. They're raining from the sky. Get away from me. Get away from me. Get away from me. Get away. Shoo. Tricky fish. That sounds worse than the shark. I hate this planet. Something really funny occurred to me earlier. Like, I was on Instagram looking through random crap, and there was this funny thing that pointed out, like, why Jumba from Lilo and Stitch was able to recognize it as an Elvis song. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but okay. The picture showed that, and then it showed the scene from Men in Black where Jay is all like, Elvis is dead, right? And the guy's like, no, he just went home. Because Elvis is secretly an alien kind of thing. That'd be a really funny plot twist if word got out that Elvis actually was an alien. Defeat the fleeing foes. Ow. There's not a whole lot of ground we can ink in this one. Alright, so I think our first priority is to get the sponges inked just so that we can make some progress that's actually worthwhile. How do we want to do this? I don't think I've actually seen this one before. This one's interesting. And that was such a great use of that. Alrighty then. Okay, I am actually a little confused on this one. Like, what in the world is actually... Okay. Well, we got one of them. That's great. I don't know how that happened, but we did it. Okay, I don't really know what would be a good strategy for this one, honestly. Okay, what I'm thinking is that maybe the disc in the center, we can use that to cut them off while they're going up the hill, but can you actually get there fast enough to make that work? That's the thing I don't know the answer to. Okay, we got another one. That's great. It kind of worked. And also my computer fan is going off really loudly. It's wonderful, because you can definitely hear that. And we did it! Okay. Nice! We made it past F5! And we got pearls for clearing it. The spire is set up to give you some good bonuses if you clear F5. For example, if you get kicked out after that, you'll start with 500 membucks on your next run. You'll be guaranteed vending machine corner on F5 where you can spend it. A vending machine corner? That sounds like a great place to take a breather. Not that I breathe. It's worth your while to get past F5 on every run if you can. But don't stop there. Let's make this the run where we reach order and blast it to bits. You feel me, 8? You have a lot of confidence for somebody who died on the second floor. Protect the zone. Here goes, Team 8 rides again. Again today we'll go soaring through the sky. My enemies, I'll dish them up and us survive. Grace has got us out of the light. Watch us from up above. At dinner time I always show the cooks some love. I hope Kid Icarus Uprising gets a remake at some point. Or some kind of remaster that we would play it on Switch. Like, we don't need a sequel to Uprising because it's already like a pretty solid game on its own. Like, it definitely doesn't like need a sequel or anything like that. But just some way to play it on an HD system would be great. Because like I love the control scheme for Uprising on the 3DS, but it definitely is like a big barrier for entry for people who do want to try playing it nowadays. Thankfully, I have like a stand I can use for my 3DS, so like I can play it without my hand cramping too much. But It's definitely one of those games where it's a bit more difficult to get into it nowadays if you weren't really there at the beginning or whatever. We got some armor, yay! Oh, that's a barrier spinny thingy that's surrounding us. That's pretty cool. That's pretty nifty indeed. And we did it! And now we taken care of all that, it's time for us to move on to the magical land of alternate save file. Whoosh! Clam, Blitz, Urchin, Underpass. And not only are we in the magical land of alternate save file, we're also in the magical land of post-commentary. Yay! So, here's a fun story. I did have this video fully edited, and I was pretty close to uploading it. But then I was looking through the video again and realizing maybe I don't want to upload it. And nothing bad happened in the original video. Like, I recorded this online match with a live commentary. The problem, though, was that it was recorded a year ago. And like all the online matches in this game, I recorded like the online matches a year plus ago. I think they start sometime in the spring 2025 or something like that. So there's definitely moments here and there where the commentary quite isn't as up to date as it should be. Like I know a couple of videos ago, or maybe it was even last episode or whatever, where we were talking about the switch to having like an update for Splatoon 3, and like I was talking about misinformation about how there's like Joy-Con mouse controls. Yeah. Yeah, some stuff in the online matches are a bit out of date, and I probably could have theoretically kept it in, but I was like, I kind of don't want that. And again, it's nothing that, like I said, anything bad or anything like that. Like, one of the big things that made me realize maybe I want to re-record this with post commentary instead was the fact that I was telling a story about a trip that I was planning for 2025 that didn't actually end up happening. So, yeah, that was a bit of a fun story. So, now that we're done talking about outdated stories of 2025, let's talk about stories in 2026 that'll also be outdated pretty soon. Isn't that fun? So, yeah, I'm super excited because at the time I'm recording this video, Mickey's Not So Scary is starting up in the Magic Kingdom, because fun fact, I'm a Disney World cast member, and I'm pretty excited because the day I'm recording this video is like the day I'm doing like a Not So Scary shift. And it is super, super fun, and I'm really excited about it, because I've worked a Not So Scary party at least one time every year since I've started working at Disney. And it's like super fun, because you get to hand out candy to the trick-or-treaters across the Magic Kingdom, and it's always really fun, like seeing everybody's creative costumes. It kind of feels like a mini gaming convention in a way, like seeing people's creative costumes and cosplays and things like that. It's especially fun seeing, like, if there's, like, some kind of theme going around. Because some nights there'll be, like, a bazillion families dressed like 101 Dalmatians. Last year there were a lot of Bluey costumes. So it's going to be pretty exciting this time around, too. The thing, though, is that I don't entirely know if I am going to be doing a whole lot of party shifts this year. Because the thing is, I've done so many of them already, and I think I've worked every land in Magic Kingdom. So there's a part of it, so like maybe I want to take it easy this year and not just focus too much on working Not So Scary shifts. But the big reason why I'm super excited about this year is that my mom is coming to visit. I'm super excited to see my mommy. So, without going into too much detail, my mom's birthday is in September, and we've been planning a trip for a while where she'd come to visit me, and I'm very excited about that, because I haven't seen my mom in a little while. And like, her birthday's in September, so I surprised her with tickets to go to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween, and I'm super, super excited about that. So, yeah, it's going to be a really fun time. But probably my favorite time ever working at a Not So Scary shift happened last year. So my brother-in-law and my baby niece were visiting me around that time. We were going to the Disney parks and all that fun stuff, and it was really cool. And there was a really fun moment where I picked up a Not So Scary shift on Halloween night. I didn't know what day that... Like, I knew my brother-in-law and baby niece were going to go to one of the party nights, but I didn't know exactly what day. So they ended up going on Halloween, and I had picked up a shift for Not So Scary that day. So we decided to do like a fun little thing where we didn't tell my baby niece at all that I'd be working that night. We just said that I'd be with them in the parks for the beginning of the day, but then at a certain point I'd have to step away for a little while and I'd see them later that night. So my baby niece had no idea that I was working Not So Scary, so they're, like, the whole family is in a trick-or-treat trail for Tron Bicycle Run, and it's super cute. Like, I see my baby niece, like, run up to me, and, like, I give her, like, a big bag of candy, and it was super, super sweet. I loved that so much. It was really fun, like, that was a trip that did end up working out last year, and I'm really happy about that. We got to take my baby niece to a bunch of Disney rides. The funny thing is, a lot of the rides that she went on, she would say that the Skyliner was her favorite ride, and honestly, I kind of agree with her. The Skyliners are really fun. It's like that gondola thing that goes from Hollywood Studios to Epcot, and she like absolutely loved riding that thing. It was so cute. Rainmaker, Mahi-Mahi, Mahi Resort, Mahi-Mahi, Mahi Resort, Mahi-Mahi Resort. So, I remember a couple of videos back when I was talking about how there's a match we were playing in Mahi-Mahi Resort that after we finished it would be the last time we'd see Mahi-Mahi Resort in online matches. Yeah. Fun story. I lost track of some of the stages that we've already shown in this Let's Play. So, when I was editing that video, I didn't realize that we hadn't actually shown Rainmaker on Mahi-Mahi Resort. I recorded the footage, but the thing is, the specific online session that this came from was the one that I was actively editing when my previous computer exploded. So, that whole recording session, I didn't remember exactly which matches I'd already shown. Like, I keep a list of all of them, but that list is on that old computer, and I didn't have a backup saved or anything like that. So I had to go through, like, the whole playlist and, like, rewrite the notes that way. Which, by the way, I am really happy that I'm writing the matches that we're playing in the descriptions, because that saved so much time when I was doing that. So I realized we didn't actually show the Rainmaker footage for Mahi-Mahi Resort, and this, if I remember correctly, this was the footage with the commentary where I thought that we were finished showing Mahi-Mahi Resort, but then in the next match that we did end up uploading is the one where I said that one was real, and where I realized that was the last match, but no, it's this one. So it's kind of like a bit of a convoluted mess, and I greatly apologize for that. It's just that my computer exploded and my notes weren't, and I didn't have a backup of my notes saved, so yeah. Now we're seeing the last of Mahi-Mahi Resort. I do love this stage. It's so cool. I'm glad this came back from the original Splatoon game. So the really cool gimmick about this one is that the water level changes partway through the match. So if you're playing on Turf-Floor, like all of a sudden you get a whole bunch of new space to work with. And it's like, okay, do I focus on this new turf, or do I try to take back the old turf? It's kind of like a fun little mind game, and I honestly wish that there were more stages like this in the game. And the thing is, of all the stages in Splatoon, I feel like Mahi-Mahi Resort would probably be the most fun one to walk around in real life, because this resort just looks so pretty. This is such a cool looking resort. I would totally love to stay here. Like, I would totally love to stay here if I went on an actual vacation in Splatoon World. And we lost both matches in this video. Yay, I suck. Now we're taking care of all that, we're in this video off here. Thank you guys so much for watching the video for Splatoon 3 side order. And until next time, leave the gator to you. Oh yeah.